Well, good evening, everybody. It's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
I'm almost out of the screen here. Brad.
And Christa.
And Christa. With the Big Family Homestead, and we hope you're having an awesome evening / morning / afternoon, wherever, whenever you're watching this live broadcast or rebroadcast or cast. Hey, how you guys doing? What? I'm a little pooped. I got to be honest.
It was a long day.
We have quite the show for you. To quote a TV show that we watched thousands of times. Have we got a show for you?
VeggieTales. I don't sing.
Broccoli.
That was it. That's all you get.
Yeah. No, having kids, it's mandatory. You're going to be watching VeggieTales.
Well, and before we had children, I worked at a Christian bookstore in Florida. Well, 3 actually different ones. Not the point. But when VeggieTales came out, we had a kids area that had all of the VeggieTale toys, and there was a TV that played the videos on loop.
Broccoli.
All day long. I had the first probably 10 of those memorized.
Gotta be.
It was awesome.
VeggieTales. Actually, if you guys, wait, let me pause. I want to come back to the VeggieTales thing, but we do have an actual real live good broadcast for you tonight. We're going to be talking about some serious stuff, prepping. We're going to be talking about how, why, should you, what's in it for me, what's in it for you, what the heck. I mean, is it really honestly worth it? What's your motivation? What's your motivation, baby? I don't know. That just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But before we do, let's go back to the VeggieTales thing. For you guys, maybe if you've ever seen the parody spoof comedy site, Babylon Bee.
Oh, my goodness. That is such a funny website. Babylon
Bee, I laugh every time I see it.
Every article I read. Even the titles, okay? I don't even have to read the whole article. The title, I burst out laughing.
Well, it is all about the title.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I know that a couple of those guys were foundational VeggieTale people before they decided to go rogue. Rogue.
I don't think they went rogue.
They went rogue.
No.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Babylon Bee. Anyway, so.
Yeah. If you don't know about Babylon Bee, it is well worth checking out.
It's a parody funny site. It's awesome.
They have an app, they have a website, and it is all parodies. It's all funny.
I will say though that they pick on all sides of an issue, so don't think if it's only going to be like, oh, it's only Republican stuff going after Democrats or Democrats going after this or liberals going after that. No. They pick on, if it's funny, they pick on it. So you got to have a little bit of thick skin if it's not, air quote, your side.
Right. And it's,
you know what I mean?
they okay, I think the funniest one, there's a couple.
Do you really are you picking sides this early
No,
in the show?
this is not sides.
Okay.
This is about Christian music.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'm a little bit scarred when it comes to Christian music because I've been in it for a long time. Yeah. So what did they say?
Well, it was, you could create your own.
Oh, the worship song generator.
The worship song generator. You could click it and it would create your own, it would create a worship song for you.
Yeah.
It was.
And it was so stereotypically hilarious because, oh my gosh, people. Can't we do better? Christian music, musicians out there, we can do better. Honestly, just open the Bible up and sing that. Oh, you don't need to. Okay. Right. Anyway, sorry. Let's get back on track. It was my fault, Babylon Bee.
Yeah.
Okay, so stuff that's going on before we get to our main topic. So if you're watching the replay and you're going, what in the world have I just stumbled onto? Yes, it is internet gold. That. And then you might have to scroll to another 10 minutes or so. We'll see. Okay, so main topic coming up, but we went to the fair today.
We did go to the fair.
And it was awesome.
It was, okay, it's not the Minnesota State Fair or the Wisconsin State Fair. Nope. It's just a county fair. And it was the best fair we've been to so far.
For a long time?
For a long time. We've not been, growing up, we didn't go to the fair. So the fair is a new thing for us, and it was awesome. It was a really cool thing. Hope and Grace actually sat and watched the horses
No pressure.
almost the
Yeah.
entire time they were there, or we were there. And they sat there. Grace, Hope obviously loves horses.
Yeah.
And I think Grace is starting to,
Yeah, she's getting the bug.
Yeah. Well, and what was really cool, the barrel racing was the first thing we saw when we got there. And there were several special needs kids
Who
barrel
were competing.
racing. They were competing.
Yeah.
They didn't go super fast, but they made it
And they got
around all three
cheered
barrels.
for.
They got
Everybody was
cheered.
clapping.
It was awesome. It was so wonderful to see.
Yeah.
So I
And you know what the thing
to work
is?
on that.
Celtic Roots Farm, he or she is chiming in, Jay or his lovely bride. Jay, no, I didn't hear the joke about modern worship, or is it that you repeated it once already, or maybe twice already, or 3 times already? That's the joke. Because it's so repetitive. Maybe?
Oh, that's
that
funny.
Could be the joke. Did you hear the joke about modern worship? Yeah. It's funny. I could sing of your love on Sundays. Only sing of your love on Sundays. But when I sing of your love on Sundays, we're going to sing it again and again and again and again and again and again. It's a good song. It's just they beat it to death.
There's one worship song that I really like. It's 9 minutes long. People, come on.
Oh, yeah.
9 minutes.
Anyway.
Anyhow.
Okay, so and
Rant
what
over.
was cool about the fair here? It was a small town fair. That we did not even
We ran into a lot of people we knew.
That
which
was nice.
Really cool.
That was nice.
Yeah.
But also we didn't feel like our kids were needing to be like chicken hawk watched all the day long.
No.
We didn't.
No.
It felt like, oh, I know them.
Yeah.
We can send the kids over there and they can go look at the chicken house or the cows or whatever.
Right.
And we didn't feel like no big deal. They stay together. It's fine.
Right. And they actually ran into friends that they have, and we saw, like I said, we saw lots of people that we knew, and it was really neat. It was like a family fair.
Yeah, it was a family fair, instead of an fair. Hey, you did it.
I know I did. Anyway.
She did it. Oops, she did it again.
Oh, please don't.
What? No, Brittany?
No. Ew, no.
Who's got control of Brittany today? No one can control the Brittany. And yes, I said the Brittany. No one. She's uncontrollable.
Stop. Change this topic.
All right. Other stuff is going on. Hey, we're getting ready to finally get some framework up for the sides of the barn.
Tomorrow. I'm so happy. We a couple weeks ago, we got the concrete forms in the ground. The concrete's poured.
Was it a couple weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago, because last weekend it was raining
You're
all
right.
weekend.
You're right.
So 2 weeks ago, we got the concrete poured, and so tomorrow we're going to be starting to put the framework up. We're going to put the posts up, and I don't know what else.
I don't know.
I'm not in charge of this one.
All right, you guys.
I'll make the food. That's it.
We're going to lift boards and screw things together.
That works.
And hopefully nobody gets hurt.
That would work even more.
All right. So, Mom, you're not going to read everybody's name because there's already too many folks, but you're going to read a few names.
Nope. Not going to do it. Just wouldn't be
Well,
prudent.
then you guys say hello and at least what state you're from. I see that who's from Georgia. I saw. I'm assuming Georgia Bunny is not from Tennessee. So Georgia Bunny, hi to Georgia, I'm assuming it's G.A. Bunny would be Georgia Bunny.
I would imagine.
So where are you guys from? Anyway, hope you're having a great night. We're from Wisconsin. You may have heard of it. It's the land of milk and cheese and worship of the mighty Packers.
And sausages.
Sausages?
Yes.
All right. So Jan is from Stockton. Mike DeFazio's from Michigan. La Petite is Iowa. It's from Iowa. We should only speak in musicals tonight.
No.
No?
No, I don't know that many musicals.
Cats?
Not at all. I don't know that one at all.
Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah, ish a little bit. But
The Phantom of the Opera is here inside.
is that really from Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, it was actually, but it was popular. So, hey,
Yeah.
whatever. People liked it. So, Chris is from New York. Who else? Let's see.
Amy's on the
Nova Scotia.
and
That's
Amy's
Alicia.
on the Minnesota-Wisconsin border.
Nice. Anyway, well, you guys
Thank you guys for showing up and,
supporting
supporting us.
the
Yeah.
Packers. Okay, so Nana.
Nana's not pregnant.
That's not a bad thing.
No, now
That is
it's
not a
not.
bad
It's not
thing.
a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. Because our summer has been busy. It's been busy. We've done a lot. And so having puppies right now would probably kill me.
The puppies.
See, puppies would kill me.
puppies.
No, it's probably a good thing. Maybe next time she'll be in heat in January around there. And so the middle of winter would be a good time to have puppies because they'll be inside. Our dogs are not outside dogs or even outside dogs. Our dogs are inside dogs. And, of course, we let them outside to go to the bathroom. So that did kind of sound weird.
Well, yeah.
And they come outside with us once in a while. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, and the way that this house that we live in is constructed, there's a massive deck that goes to two full sides, almost two full sides.
Yeah, 2 full sides.
Of the house. And so the dogs just love being out there.
They
and
run
they're
around.
really super high up because that at one point, that deck has got to be 20 feet off the ground above the garage.
Yeah, probably.
It's pretty high up.
Well, maybe not.
It's pretty high up.
I mean, how tall is the tallest garage
Well,
downstairs?
the ladder that we have does not come close to the bottom of it because I've had to get up on it and reach.
The
So
6-foot ladder or
it's
the
probably
10-foot ladder?
the tall one we have.
The 10-foot ladder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So maybe 15, 18 feet. I don't know. It's
I
pretty
don't know.
high up.
It's tall.
So they like being out there.
Yeah, they do. They like to be able to look out and.
All right. So other stuff that's going on. Cow update. Our cow honey. I'll take this one since we can go back and forth. Our cow honey has been struggling. We got her a few months back and she was pregnant when we got her. And our fear is that when we got her, she was already loaded down with worms, but we didn't really know it because she was pregnant and filled out. And then when she had her calf, she got skinny fast, like super fast. We've had the vet out 3 times now.
Yes.
And on the phone almost every other day.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, he's a friend of ours, so it's.
That helps.
Yeah.
That does help.
Yeah.
Because then they pick up the phone.
Yeah, exactly. it's Christa again.
Oh,
Man.
God.
She
Yeah.
just wants to talk about that cow.
Again. But so we've been giving the cow probios. We've been giving the cow shots for vitamins and wormer. And Honey's young. She's only 2.5.
Yeah, she was 2 in April.
Sorry, I just caught
Yeah,
I caught a comment.
She calved a few days before her 2nd birthday. And the probiotic is working. And it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
I talked to the vet again because her poo was water several days ago. When was it?
2 days ago.
Thursday? Yeah. And it freaked me out. So I gave him a call, said, hey, what's going on? Is this normal? He said, you were going to have to give it time. That the dewormer is going to have to take effect and really clean those worms out. And we might have to do a second run of it. So, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But right now she's not in danger, I would say.
Right.
And she acts and behaves normally. That's what's so bizarre. She's not like lethargic. She's still grumpy. She pushes the other cows around to get out of my way when it's like
food time.
Food time. But we've done everything, and we're going to continue on it. I honestly, personally think she's turned the corner, and maybe this is just Brad being weird, but her demeanor has changed, at least that I can see.
I think she is on the turn for the better. Turn for the better. Now, Bulletproof Faster's saying give her ivermectin. Actually, dairy cattle cannot have ivermectin because I looked into giving her that. But there's no.
He's joking, honey. It's for COVID.
He said if that doesn't work for worms, at least she won't get COVID. Yeah.
But we're not going to go there.
No.
If you want to know more about that, you got to go to the Patreon page.
Yeah, right. She looked really healthy when we bought her. And I mean, her poo looked great. Everything, looked normal.
She was just skinny.
And I attributed her skinniness to being a young cow. Well, my guess is that she had worms when we got her and didn't know it. So she's on the mend.
Okay, other stuff. School, homeschool, mom. Getting ready to start again.
Yes. And okay, I know it seemed like I was kind of a little weary.
You're already worn out.
I am trying. I'm trying to get organized for school, and then trying to find the right time to start school. With this, the lean-to build, I don't want to start now because I want this project to get finished and us being able to get it finished before we start school. Because what happens when we start school, honey?
Nothing gets done.
Nothing gets done.
Zero.
Except school. So,
Which is right, because the children's education should take precedence over projects.
So I want to be able to,
There's a moth.
There's a moth.
Moth attack.
I want to be able for us to get our our projects done before we start school.
Yeah.
So that's my concern.
What homeschool program do you use? It's an amalgamation.
It is a conglomeration of many different things. For language arts, we use The Good and the Beautiful. For history, we use The Good and the Beautiful. For math, we are using Matthew C. and Rod and Staff for a couple of the kids. Hope is using, we are using science for Apologia. No. Mm-hmm. Apologia we're using for science.
That's right.
Reverse that. Spelling we're using Rod and Staff. And I think that's it.
So, yeah. And you know what? The truth when it comes to curriculum is this. Whatever works for you and your kid, do that.
Right.
I mean, as long as the facts and the right actual educational important content is there, then whatever works, because every kid's different.
And how many times have I had to start over a new curriculum? Because
almost everyone.
Almost every year I'll have to start something different because it's not working for that child.
Yeah.
And I can't use the same thing for every child because every child is different.
Yeah.
I have to find the right thing for that child.
Yep. That's correct.
So that's and that's another part of the challenging part is finding the right thing for that particular child.
Yeah. Tread Not says, or is making a statement question kind of thing. You guys belong to the Homeschool Legal Defense Association?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Homeschool Legal Defense Association. Yes.
Yes. I just know it as the acronym.
Yes.
And actually, they bailed us out big time one time with one of our kids who decided they wanted to go to public school for their senior year, and they were not going to credit our child with the credits that they had earned thus not graduating our child. And we actually had to get the homeschool league involved because they were just going to say, sorry, too bad for you. Too bad for your luck.
Right. They were not going to grant them all their credits, and they had to test to get them.
That's right.
And then
we had to threaten them and say, hey, look, here's what we're going to do. Actually, it was really funny because I think I made the poor superintendent maybe fill up her pants a little bit because when I realized what was going on, and I was kind and I was very, hey, because I don't like, nobody likes it when anybody yells at you and does all that nonsense. So we don't do that.
Right.
But I did just say, okay, so I want to make sure that I very clearly understand what you're saying. You're saying you're not going to give my child credit, even though she tested better than your AP students, even though she's never had your AP class.
Right.
You're not going to give her full credit for that. I want to make sure that I understand this before I go to the next step.
Right.
And they were not going to give credit. And I said, well, okay, here's what I'm going to do. And I said, I want you to see this. I'm going to be recording every conversation that we ever have from now on because we're members of the Homeschool Legal Defense Association. And we're going to get their legal team involved because what you're doing is wrong. And it's actually
it's wrong.
Illegal.
So
it was like, whoop, wait a minute, let's talk, let's confer behind, let's go over. And it was miraculous how things worked out a lot easier after that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was miraculous. Just miraculous.
Right.
Anyway, other stuff. So the cow update, school's starting soon, barn build. I've been recording. If you guys don't know, I have a music background, and I've been recording a lot of psalms lately, trying to take a psalm, or at least the main ideas, and set it to music that makes, it's not necessarily for entertainment per se, but so that there are recurring themes in the psalms, and when you hear them, when you're kind of going through the super rough times in life, that those things, if they can kind of echo in your head, they really, really help. And that's what I've been working on. And actually, when we're done with this whole live stream, I'll play one that I worked on. It's based on Psalm 25.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I love it. It's my favorite one so far.
It kind of sounds like if Coldplay had a really bad singer.
Oh, me. Come on.
It sounds kind of like Coldplay, but that is not Chris Martin. So
that's funny.
Anyway, do you want to talk about that? And
yes.
Then we're, 2 more minutes, and then we're going to get to the main topic of the evening.
Yep. So, we are super huge fans of Thrive Life Foods, and that we are consultants for them. There is a sale that is going to be ending on Tuesday. I would imagine 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. But right now, if you set up a monthly delivery, you get 30% off.
Everything.
In your monthly delivery, not for regular
purchases,
one-time buy, but a monthly delivery. If you set it up, it's free to set up.
Yep. And
then you get 30% off of all of the products there. And then if you have your order over $100, there's free shipping.
So it actually works out to almost 40%.
A little over 40%. So
off,
it's a huge
if you average it
savings
all out
right now. Everything is 30% off in the monthly delivery. So if you want in on that, you still got a few more days.
And guys, here's the thing. We don't push the Thrive Life thing as much as we honestly should.
Right.
Because, look, we all know where the country's not in a good way. Neither is the world. And it's probably a good idea to have some storage food on your shelves. And what better way to make an extra buck than help your neighbors and your family and your friends by getting their pantry set up.
Yeah.
And you're doing a good thing for them, and you're doing a good thing for you. And you don't have to convince somebody they need to eat.
Right.
So it's not like, hey, I'm selling soap or something like that. No. Do you guys like apples? Here, try these.
Right.
You don't have to. It's not a hard sell to tell somebody, hey, this is food and it's really good.
Right. I use Thrive Life Foods to make food for our daughter, Grace. She's G-tube fed, and she is doing really, really well with it. She never gets sick. Even when we got COVID,
Both of us did.
Both of us got COVID, and she had
Sniffles.
a fever and some sniffles for
2 days.
day or two, 3 days maybe.
That's what she eats. She eats Thrive Life food that we grind up. Well, Mom grinds up, truth.
Right.
And mixes it with our
raw
cow,
milk.
our cow milk. That's it.
Our cow.
Yeah. She comes on in. She comes on in.
Gross.
We just, we get the grater out.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. So, yeah, it's right now is an awesome sale. So don't miss out because it's.
I want to actually point out the tread not comment there. Harvest right freeze dryer equals short-term pain, long-term gain. Okay.
True.
Now, here's the deal. I would recommend that anybody get their pantry set up. So I'm not going to dog on the freeze dryer, but I will say that there is a negative side to it that most people do not take into account. And one of the folks that we actually consulted with bought one before we got involved in Thrive Life. And we weighed it out and we decided, because if you're going to get any freeze dryer, don't forget the maintenance that's involved. There's oil that has to be changed a lot for those vacuum pumps. And there's time involved. There's actual mechanical stuff involved. And for specifically the Harvest Right machine, you've got to have access to the entire machine. So you've got to think, where would you put it in your house? Because it kind of needs to be away from the wall, or else it's really a pain in the butt. And this is coming from the guy that bought one, and he was counseling us, and because we wanted one as well.
Right.
And then when you figure in electricity, plus the cost of the actual food, plus the cost of you actually having to make the food or prepare it.
Yeah. It
was for us, and I'm not saying for you, but for us, it was no questions. Thrive Life wins.
Right.
Thrive Life wins. Now, for other people, it may be you get your freeze dryer, and I'm not going to dog on that because, hey, good. Do what God's telling you to do. But for us, the freeze dryer, it was not worth it. It was not worth it for our buddy either.
Right. Right.
Yeah, actually, the folks that are above us in the Thrive Life business, it's their son. And he made the decision before we did.
Yep.
So you can actually go watch the video. He actually, let's just say it like this. It's so well done. His channel's called The Empty Hammock, which is great. Why is the empty hammock? Why is the hammock empty? Because he's always working on projects.
Always doing some new thing or renovating a house. Right now he's building a greenhouse with his family, and it's really cool.
Yeah. But
I think he overbuilds. Honestly, I think he's a builder, and he overbuilds. It's really cool the way he does things, though.
You can go watch his assessment on the empty hammock, and you make your. But let's just say this: that Harvest Right, after they saw the video, they reached out to him, and the engineers said, "You know what? You're right. So how can we make this better?"
That's awesome.
And I hats off to you. Hats off to you, Harvest Right. Because you know what? Good. Great. I'm glad. How many times does a company actually see a flaw and then fix it? Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm really glad.
They need to make it very easy to use.
Now, this is kind of funny because Ellen, who's it, Ellen? Big channels get them for free. Well, not us.
We didn't get
They're not reaching out to us.
Nope.
And
that's okay. Because I don't think we have space for one.
Truth is, a long time ago, they did offer us a deal on one, but we still would side with Thrive Life. Now that's for us.
Yeah.
You guys may be in a different situation.
Yeah.
That's all.
That was the choice we made. So every family's different.
Okay. You ready? You ready for here it is, folks. How many of you, I don't even know how to start this topic, because I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to just be all mad. And you don't need to be mad. Just hear me out. Okay, here it is. Here, I got a little graphic for you. Do you know what you're looking at there, folks? That's life expectancy of all humans in the United States.
Yeah.
From 1950 to
1950 and 2015. So those are the two.
Through.
Yeah, no, and.
Compared, yeah.
Yeah, they're comparing those 2 years of distribution of age at death. So life expectancy.
That's right.
Expectancy.
So,
It's crazy.
so here's the scoop, folks. Prepping. So we all have an expiration date. And I'm not trying to be morbid, but it's just the truth, right? A plane could land on this house right now, and I could be toast, worm food, an asteroid, the EMP machine could come and starve us all out because no one can get electricity or whatever. Y'all have an expiration date, every single one of us. Some will live to a ripe old age of maybe 90 or maybe even a little more. Some, unfortunately, might pass tonight.
Yeah. Oh,
You never know.
yeah.
My point is, when we talk about preparedness, what the heck are we doing? Okay? So here's the question. I tore my list.
You,
The list has been torn like the curtain in the temple. All right. Maybe not the same
no,
thing.
not the same.
Not at all. But here's the point, guys. If we all know that there's zero chance of you living forever, zero, and there's zero chance of probably everybody that's watching this living more than another 50 years, pretty much, for the most part. If you look at our demographic, if you look at who logs on and watches.
Right.
So when you talk about preparedness, you screamed for me. Thank you, Phoebe. Phoebe, here. This part's for you. I'm saving that one for Phoebe. We'll mail it to you in Canada. You could use it as a mask. Anyway, guys. So here's the thing, guys. It was from the top to the bottom. That is true, Alicia. If all prepping does is make that time period just a little bit longer, and I mean a little bit longer, not a lot longer, what is your goal to do with that time? That's the question that is, people don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that because it's, everyone is so focused on clinging to this life that you've made that you wonder, what are you going to do with all that time? Let's say that you bought yourself another 700 days. Okay, let's just think this out for a sec. You got your beans and you got your rice and you got everything there. What is the reason you're sticking around and doing all of this for another 700 days or 300 days or 1,000 days? And here's the question, and Roma dude may have beat me to it. What is your reason? Because I've got some reasons from other people here. And our reason, we're going to talk about a reason. What is your reason for prepping? What is your reason for prepping? What is your reason for prepping? 70 days of beans. That's not a good reason, right? Right, Hudson? All right? You know what I'm saying? So what do you say, oh my gosh, I am clinging to the next 1,000 days and I'm doing all of this stuff for this reason? what is it? What is it for you? Not what is it for somebody else? What is it for you? Okay, anti-starving, Garden Bee. All right, great. I don't want to starve either. But all you're really doing is buying just a little bit more time because you're going to end up at 0 eventually. Right? Nobody survive comfortably and then pass. That's my point, guys.
Dominic says, to do what the Lord wants me to do until he calls me home.
Thank you, Dominic.
Amen, Dominic.
Thank you, Dominic.
Yes.
I'm going to read a few things from some friends of ours, okay? I reached out to... I think I need a drum roll. Prep Steader Bob. Yay! If I had explosions, I'd put explosions on. Happened to run into Prep Steader Bob, and I know a lot of you guys have been asking about him and his lovely bride. They've just been doing life stuff.
Yeah.
Things have been crazy, and he's kind of wondering whether or not he's going to engage again in YouTube or not. We're still friends. Everything's good. It's just life stuff. So I asked him what would be his reason for preparedness, and he quoted this. He said Proverbs 6:6-8. And he basically just paraphrased and said, prepping is an act of wisdom, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And I think if I remember correctly, I'm going to paraphrase this, but it's go to the ant, you sluggard, and consider his ways.
Yeah.
And okay, that would be one perspective. Now, here's another perspective. You guys know the Bear Independent channel.
You always have to say it that way, too.
And you got to give the pointed, jagged hand.
You're so funny.
That's what he does. He does that. So I asked him, well, and here, this is really funny because there he is giving me, he sent that to me.
That's hysterical.
But while I was asking him, and he sent a really long text. So I am going to just basically kind of skim it. And I will say that if you don't know Bear Independent's channel, it's Bear Independent. We really are fans. We're fans of Viking Preparedness. We're fans of Pastor Joe Fox. We're fans of the Patriot Nurse. And, and a lot of those folks, you'll see that they have overlapping ideas. Some are distinct, and that's cool, but some are overlapping, and I love it. But he basically said, because I said, hey, this is what we're talking about, and you're all about this. And he wrote famine. The term famine in the land or scarcity of food appears 87 times in the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, Old and to New Testaments. So he's like, we don't want to be about famine. Deuteronomy 28:8, Genesis 41. Oh, he goes through and lists a bunch. Okay, yeah. Deuteronomy 28 literally says your storehouses will be blessed, and that implies that you have storehouses. I would encourage you to go to his channel and see what he says, because a paraphrase in a text is not the most full representation of what anybody thinks. But self-protection, he broke it down in reasons. Self-protection, being set apart. I would say that he's talking about holiness, that we've been called for that. And he gives scripture references, bugging out. He talks about, this is funny, the Exodus, ? Exclamation point, question mark. And he basically he went on to cite his reasoning is 100% biblical.
Yeah.
Biblical.
God didn't call us to sit around on our bums.
And just eat beans.
Right.
Heaven knows you don't want to do that.
No.
Beans for 3 years.
Oh my, no.
There's one more that I'd like to cite over there before we
Excellent book.
Junk. This guy just happens to be in the chat right now.
He does.
He is the Bulletproof Pastor. He's one of our moderators and a friend. And he wrote this book. Retired pastor. Don't hold that against him. I know. Becoming a pastor is literally punishment for stealing in many countries.
Oh boy.
That's a joke, people. It's a joke. Calm down. But he is a retired pastor, and he wrote this book, and he is all about preparedness. And I want to skim to the end of this excellent book and give you just a quick paraphrase of why we do what we do. And it would, where was the part I wanted to read? He wrote a scripture, Philippians 1:21. For to me, to live is Christ and to die is gain. Okay. And he talks about, you do all this stuff. You do all this stuff. But if we're not sharing what comes next, i.e. Jesus, then all you're really doing is adding a little bit of more sand into the hourglass, because it all ends at 0.
Mm-hmm.
And so for us, I wanted to also say, you know what? Hey, maybe your reason might be, hey, I want to give my my family a better life for a little bit longer. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure my kids have a shot in this stupid, crazy world where everything is backwards. But I want to do my best to make sure that they have a shot.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. We're not gonna stop what we're doing. We're gonna keep going until, like Dominic said, until the Lord calls us home. And that goes for our kids too. All of our children are believers, and they know what's after this. We will live forever. It's just where.
Yeah, that is the truth,
It's
folks.
just where.
Amelia is saying, is there a link for the book? You know what? To be honest, I did not get it in there. Maybe one of our moderators, I don't know, maybe the Bulletproof Pastor.
Maybe the Bulletproof Pastor could put the link in.
What do you think? That's an invitation, bro. Put your link in there.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, guys, you got to think, if this is it, wouldn't you be kind of crazy to think, well, why am I doing this? I mean, here's the thought. Even if you're a non-believer, if you're a non-believer, then your idea, your worldview is that when life ceases, you're done, right? I mean, if that's how it works. So if you're a non-believer, all you're really doing is just adding a little bit of more time to what's inevitable. Well, then, why would you spend it just prepping? If there's nothing next, that seems kind of futile, don't you think? I mean, to me. And I got to say something. I think that it could be confused. He's going to do it.
He didn't. He said Amazon. So I'm going to put an Amazon link in there.
Lazy moderator. The Bulletproof Pastor is one lazy moderator. You give him a pitch for his own book and he won't put a link up?
No.
Come on, man.
So there, I went and got a link.
Anyway.
There you go.
The point of what we are about, guys, if you haven't figured it out, we love Jesus. Mm-hmm. We are all about it, but we don't try to cram that down your throats. We're friends with a lot of people that you would never, ever think we could be friends with. And I'm not saying in like the inner circle, but people we know, people we can communicate with, folks who are not believers, that's fine. We disagree, but we're not going to be like, you are going to die. No, that would really not be a very nice way to live, would it? I don't think Jesus does that. So we're not going to do it to you.
No.
But we know a lot of people who hang out, who are agnostic or atheists, or even folks who say, no, they're witches or they're this or that. And you know what? While we disagree, we're not going to push you away.
No.
But we're also not going to embrace what you do. Why can't we have our opinion if you have yours? That's
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and they don't all have to line up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So that said,
And okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
Small rant.
go ahead.
And if your opinion is different than ours, please don't condemn us. And we won't do it to you.
Oh my gosh. I know where you're going, and don't.
I'm not. It's all I'm talking about is opinions. That's all.
Yeah. Well, for us guys, this world is where we live right now, this physical body. It's not the end. This is just a temporary place. This is just a blip on the radar. When you really consider
Eternal life.
I can't wrap my head around it, really, when you think.
No.
Because we live in time. We know there's a beginning and an end to all things. But then what is timelessness? It makes your head swim. And for us, we believe the word of God is true, and you will live forever. It's just a matter of where. Everyone will. It might not be a really great place, or it could be with Christ in heaven. We're not going to beat you to death with the word. I'll tell you what, hey, this is a great time to talk about our Bible devotion.
Yep.
Monday through Friday on the Big Family Devotions channel, we do scripture. We get into the word, we read it, 8:30 in the morning. 8:30 in the morning, Central Time. And that's all you'll hear about it. But my point, guys, is this. If this is it, and then you become worm food, prepping seems like a pretty bad deal. But if this is it, and then you inherit eternal life with Christ, now we're talking. Now the reason means something huge, because now I have an opportunity to communicate who Jesus is to a lot more people. Now I can feed those who are hungry longer. Now I can do my best to say, hey, have you heard about Christ? Longer. Now I have a reason that is eternal and lasting and not just a temporary thing. Doesn't that make sense? I mean, where you at, Mom?
Nowhere.
Oh, she's copying stuff. Yeah. So, just signed on, says Heather. Hey, Heather. Oh, I don't know. Okay, medical books? I want to order a couple. Medical books. Okay, well, I don't want to jump on the Patreon thing too much, but we're posting some books on the Patreon page for those who are our Patreon folks, because we have a library and you'll have access to that. And right now, I think it's A through books titled with A through C.
Yeah, I thought it was C.
And it was, just to give you an idea, that's 218 books.
There's a lot. There is a lot of books there and a lot of resources.
Old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I want to jump in and see if we've got a few comments, because we like to take comments. We like to talk about where you're at. Yeah. Isabel's from Portugal.
I know. Hello, Isabel.
Cool.
That's so cool.
Thank you. Thank you, Isabel. She's hanging on. Let's see. Let me grab, just signed on. Okay. Several homestead channels and YouTube Path of Ida.
Lola Granola. Man, you got to rewatch. Doula. Yeah, the chicken doula.
She's one of our patron friends.
Yeah, I love her name.
I think she got the books. I think she got the first set of books.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, I think so. At least I think that she had a comment on there that looked right. So, other stuff, do you guys have any questions? Because we like to hang on for about an hour, and we still got about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So any questions before we...
She's been canning. What have you been canning, Lola Granola?
Our friends.
Yeah.
Our friends up here have been canning
as
well.
We have some friends up here. They were canning some roosters that they had.
Chickens.
Yep. They had too many roosters, so they were canning them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. La Petite. Let's see. I really try with my family, but I don't push it.
Yeah. It's...
Yeah.
It's
find
funny.
The right balance.
Okay. It's funny because we started preparing. I'll be honest, I don't like the word prepping. I really don't. We have been preparing for whatever for a long time. I know it's just a different form of the word, but
there is definitely a different connotation.
Yeah, definitely. For about 10 years. And thank you, Heather. Our family thought we were nuts.
Yeah, they're scratching their head. Now they all do it. Yep.
They're seeing the writing they've seen the writing on the wall, and they're now doing it. So
that's funny. The Bulletproof Pastor says, I'm told when you can a rooster, he quits crowing. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure about that, yeah.
Mike DeFazio, no, I'll play the song. It's a song.
Okay,
We'll see.
What's funny about these friends, they borrowed our stock trailer to take their turkeys to the processor. Okay. Well, Hope, she got it under her skin that she wanted to clean it out because, she actually is training Puzzle to go in and out of the stock trailer. And he did great tonight. So she found 2 eggs while she was cleaning it out. And she's like, Mom, I found, I think, turkey eggs.
Yeah.
Well, what's really funny is the turkeys that they took to the processor were all males, but their chickens had gotten in and up in the stock trailer and were scratching around and laid a couple of eggs.
Yeah.
She actually ate them for dinner tonight.
I wondered. You said, "Hey, what is that
what's
smell?
that
What are you
smell?"
guys doing down there?"
Because sometimes, this is weird. Sometimes eggs smell like wet dog to me.
Yes, they do. I
It's
don't know
so
why.
strange.
Do you guys feel that way? Isn't that the strangest thing? Not every time. Like when
No.
I'm making scrambled eggs, from time to time, they'll smell like wet dog.
Yeah, they smell like wet dog to me.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I bet
I don't
somebody
know.
knows. There's probably a
maybe
scientific thing.
Lola Granola, the chicken doula, will
She
know.
probably knows.
She might know.
She probably knows. We know an actual doula, a regular human doula.
Yep, we hung out with her today at the fair.
Yeah.
So, yep.
She's interesting.
She
I
might
like
be
her.
watching. Shh, don't say that.
Don't say it. No, she's still at the fair managing things.
But not managing things. She is, but she's not in that leadership role. But she knows what's what, and she knows how to take care of business and get stuff done.
Yeah. The tinkerer's wife says she smells the wet dog thing.
Okay, but I'm not been pregnant for 10 years.
No, different person.
No, I know. They smelled like that.
I don't know. But it's
Anyway.
not every time.
No, it's just scrambled eggs to me.
I don't know why.
Like fried eggs, not a problem. That's the
why.
only kind of eggs I'll eat. I won't eat scrambled eggs.
Yep. So while we're waiting for a question, why don't you reiterate the sale? Because a lot of people have jumped on since then.
Yeah. So the Thrive Life the Thrive Life sale is going on through the end of this month. So only till Tuesday. Right now, if you set up a monthly delivery, which is free, you get 30% off of retail on everything you put in your cart. And then if your cart has more than $100 in it, you get free shipping. So it's an extra percentage. It's an extra off. It's really cool. So yeah, don't forget about that.
How does she? Okay, Lola Granola says, mine smell like cooked chicken. I have never had an egg
that
smell like cooked chicken. Ever. Huh. Wow.
I guess everybody has a different sniffer.
Box Love says, your thoughts, will Wisconsin mandate vaccine? Okay, here, let me, I do want to talk on that for just a second. Because whether you are for masks or not for masks.
That's vaccines.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Whether you are for masks or not for masks, whether you're for vaccines or not for vaccines, I will support whatever the heck you want. But don't force me into your opinion. Anybody with me on that one? Mm-hmm. Let's start there. Mm-hmm. Anybody on that? I can support, you want to wear 10 masks? Wear 10 masks. You want to have your vaccines? Have your vaccines. You should not push me around or my kids to make me decide what you want.
Right.
Especially especially since what they know, and I'm throwing up air quotes, it keeps changing. You guys remember? It keeps changing. The experts, oh, we know this, we know that. Don't you think it's weird that their information keeps changing, but not, this is it. This is it. It kind of reminds me of like when they swore that the earth was flat and they killed people over it. No, the science is settled. Wait a minute. Where have I heard that before? The science is settled. Follow the science. The earth is flat. Kill him. Wait a minute. That sounds kind of weird. So as we get into that, let's just say this. You want to wear 10 masks? Do it. And I'm honestly trying not to mock, because we saw a video the other day of a guy wearing 5 masks, and the particles of just regular old spittle were still coming through. And virus particles are far tinier than spit particles. That's not my opinion. That's just life. Now, you want to wear 10 masks? Do it. You want to get your vaccine? Do it. I encourage you. Talk to your doctor. Do it. The only thing I say is don't try to force me to do something you want to do.
Right.
That's all. Now, that said, the mask mandate, vaccine mandate, the whole thing, it's all wrapped into one thing for me. And I'm not, you know what? I've got to be very careful. Because YouTube will pull this video in a second. They'll call it, and it's happened to us twice now recently. They call it medical disinformation. Misinformation. Yeah. So if you want to have a more open conversation about that, that's why we have Patreon. But now, here's the thing. When we went to the fair today, it struck me after we were there for probably about
4 hours.
4 hours. I was looking around and I said, honey, look around. What do you see? Wait. I said, take a look around. And I didn't really tell her. I said, what are you seeing that just seems so odd right now? And she's looking like nothing. And I said, the science is settled. And she said,
nobody's wearing a mask.
There were hundreds of people there. Close.
No. Yeah.
Nobody was wearing one.
Nope. And there was no
worry.
Distancing.
Everybody was in a good mood.
Everybody was having a blast.
There was no fear.
Yeah.
And you know what? I guarantee you. No, I can't say that. I was going to say something, but it could be viewed as medical, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'll just say, my guess is that there won't be any kind of numbers added in our area.
No.
But what do I know? And I don't know. I'm not a doctor. You talk to your doctor. My whole thing, guys, is I will support your right to wear it or get your vax if you want to do that. What I think about what it's actually doing is actually immaterial. It's that I should have a right, my body, my choice, right, people? Where have I heard that? Rammed down our throats for 25, 30 years. My body, my choice. Ram down your throat. My body, my choice. But now, oh, no. Herd immunity, even though they keep changing the goalposts. Uh-oh. This is getting pulled for sure.
Yeah, you need to quit.
This is getting pulled for sure.
Yeah.
But all that to say, I support your right to do it or not do it. Just don't push us.
Right.
It doesn't really matter what we think now, does it?
Nope.
It should be between you and your doctor and God. That's it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. It is our opinion one way, your opinion another way.
Yeah. So I obviously that's been a bee in my bonnet. So because I just talked for the last 10 minutes. Now you gotta.
I know.
Can you censor yourself? And
no, I'm done. No, because I can't censor myself. You guys know that.
You do take us to odd places sometimes.
Yeah.
Verbally.
When I get really irked about something,
videos
Katie
get pulled
bar
down.
the door.
Videos get pulled down.
Yeah, actually, that was one of them. Yeah. Yeah, when I get irked about something, there's no stopping me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, hon.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Breathe deep.
Yeah.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You guys take a nice deep breath. Yeah. Yeah. I was told that if I wore, I don't know what that means. I'm not sure I understand goat feathers, what you're asking, so I'm not really sure. Anyway.
Oh, no, she's talking about the worming of the animals. If you worm one animal, then you have to worm the other ones. Yeah, we actually are planning on doing that. We just have to wait till we get paid. So,
Yeah, hey,
you know.
grab some more Thrive Life food and we'll be able to get some more warmer.
Actually, on our website, we forgot to talk about this. On our website, we've added a couple of new products.
I can't believe I didn't tell you.
I know.
You guys are
Shame on
fans
you.
of the beard balm.
Right.
But wait.
There's more. We've added a couple of new products on our website. Now, there are a limited number of them.
Very few, actually.
Very few. But there's some
Shave oil.
beard oil and shave oil or aftershave oil. So check it out. If you like it.
Let's just say people are saying it's the best stuff they've ever had, and they buy their like super expensive, like $40 for a little bottle
That's
thing.
so dumb.
And we were like, why would it be so expensive? So if you would like a lustrous mane, so you can look like a really old version of Aslan the lion. I don't even know what's being said right now. What are your favorite sandwiches? That's funny. Sandwiches. Talk about a left turn there.
No kidding.
What's your favorite sandwich, hon? What's your favorite
favorites.
sandwich, baby?
Okay, recently, what have I been making for breakfast?
I would call it
It's more of a quesadilla.
Breakfast pianini.
No, it's more of a quesadilla, but it is of fried eggs, not scrambled, fried eggs, cheese, turkey in tortillas, like a quesadilla. And I've been eating that for the last few mornings, and I really like that. So I think I need to get some spinach and put some spinach on it, though.
Okay, my favorite sandwich, which is a summer sandwich. Follow me, people. And now I know that there's going to be people out there so mad because I'm saying it has to be this kind of bread. But it has to be this kind of bread. Mm-hmm. Crappy white bread that's so bad for you. And yes, I know it's bad for you. Mm-hmm. Just plain Jane white bread.
The 99-cent loaf of bread.
White bread.
Blech.
Mayonnaise. And either fresh from the garden tomatoes or fresh from the garden cucumbers, thinly sliced. Mm-hmm. A little bit of salt. Done. Mm-hmm. Tomatoes or cucumber sandwiches right now. Oh,
so yummy.
To quote Billy Crystal in The Princess Bride, they're so perky. I love that. There's nothing like an MLT where the mutton is nice and lean. Oh, they're so perky.
Oh my gosh. That's too funny.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is I generally don't care for tomatoes on other sandwiches.
No.
But that.
I do.
Just that.
I do. I like tomatoes on my sandwich. I like avocados on my sandwich. I don't know. I like many different kinds of sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chicken salad.
And it's even the best if the tomato is still warm from the sun.
Oh yeah. Fresh from the garden, just picked.
Warm.
Sliced. Yeah. Yes. American glutton. He does collect things. Look behind us.
That's not a collection. Those are used. That's like tools.
You can use a collection.
American glutton. That's an interesting title.
It is a very interesting title.
I collect. I don't know what I collect.
You collect guitars
synthesizers
and synthesizers.
I love synthesizers
and picks.
No, I don't collect picks.
Yes, he does.
No, that's not a collection.
Collects picks.
Have I recorded any music with that guitar in the back? That is a Yamaha, believe it or not. It's
This
not
one?
a Gretsch. And there's a story behind that Yamaha. I've told it in the past, and I can't tell it today because it's a 10-minute story. But
We've told it in the past.
there's a question from Alicia. Oh, sorry.
Alicia, thank you.
No, hold on. I want to finish American Glutton, and then you go back and answer her question.
Okay.
But sorry, I didn't even see it because I was talking about tomato sandwiches. Come on, people. But American Glutton, that guitar is a Yamaha AES 1500B. And I could never afford that guitar. I got it for free from a guy who, let's just say he had a little problem.
A problem with his nose.
And I earned
Sad.
it. I didn't take his money, and I was fair, but he had a problem, and it's a long story, but God has used that guitar throughout the years, and it is probably the best guitar I've ever had and ever even played. And I've played hundreds of guitars. So anyway, would you please answer Alicia's question?
Thank you, Alicia. Yes, we do ship to Canada, but right now we don't have any soap.
Oh, the soap. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're going to, okay. When it comes to the soap, I forgot to mention to you, I think we're going to do one big run coming up to Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Just
one big
one.
run before Christmas, and that's it. It takes a lot of time
Yeah.
to make the soap and then prep the soap for shipping, and it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
So,
And yeah. But it's really good soap.
it is really good soap. I do like it, and it's safe enough to use on babies. You know, if you get the plain soap that's unscented, you can use it on babies.
American Glutton, are those BMI plaques for stuff that you've written and recorded? Yes. Yeah. I used to be in a Christian rock band, and we toured and, had hits on the radio and stuff. That's a number 5 there. And I think the other one is a number 8 because it was in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did radio play and all that, tour buses and flights. And we've actually even played for the Pope a few times.
They used to tour 300 days out of the year.
It was stupid.
It was
busy.
crazy.
It was stupid. Busy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm still recording. As a matter of fact, in just a few minutes, you're going to hear something that I did as a demo studio. It's not. And because they have the $1 million console mixer and they have access to everything. So the sound you get is not ever going to sound like, Garth Brooks unless you go and pay the money and you pay all those people who are professionals and you get that sound. But it also doesn't sound like, like you recorded it on your phone in a basement. So I figured out how I want to coin the sound of what I'm doing. It's, here it is. Not quite Nashville, but better than basement.
That's great.
What do you think?
That'd be awesome.
Because it's not as good as a Nashville thing. It really is not. But it does not sound bad. And because I know the difference.
Yeah.
I know the difference. And I go, "Eesh." Some of these things, you smile and you go, man, that's good. But anyway.
Oh, goodness.
I think I'm spent, guys. What about you?
Yeah, I'm tired, and I'm sure the kids want to hang out for a little bit before they go to bed.
So we're going to play a tune here in just a sec. But before we do, you guys know we're believers, so we'd like to say a quick prayer. So if you're not, fair warning, folks, have a great night if that's you. If you're a believer, hang out, because we're going to play that song here in a sec. But before we do, let's do a quick prayer. Father God, thank you so very much for how you love us and how you provide for us and how we do have hope. And we feel so blessed that you have purchased us back from hopelessness. Teach us to love you more and teach us just teach us to love you more. Please, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
All right, guys, here's that tune. Hope you like it. And hope you like it. Bye.
to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths, lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day long. To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. Oh my God, I trust in you. Let me not be put to shame. Let not my enemies exult over me. Indeed, none who wait for you shall be put to shame. Good and upright is, good and upright is, good and upright is the Lord. Good and upright is, good and upright is, good and upright is the Lord. Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths, lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day long. For your name's sake, O Lord, pardon my guilt, for it's great. Who is the man who fears the Lord? The friendship of the Lord is for those who fear him, and he makes known to them his covenant. My eyes are ever, my eyes are ever, my eyes are ever to the Lord. My eyes are ever, my eyes are ever, my eyes are ever to the Lord. Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths, lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all